On Saturday, dozens of families came together at the Oakland Zoo to reunite with the doctors, nurses, and friends they met during their baby's stay at Kaiser Permanente, Oakland Medical Center's Neonatal Intensive Care Unit.
We were Kaiser NICU VIPs for 89 days, and 91 days with our twins. They were born at 27 weeks, and so we spent a long time this summer, and we know all the nurses, and they took great care of us, and the doctors, and we were just looking forward to coming back and seeing them today and saying thank you and showing them our fat babies.
Previously premature babies, born as long ago as 1991, gathered for a day of fun-filled activities.
The purpose of this event is to bring our babies who've graduated and our families back together with the nurses and doctors who've cared for these babies and got them to be here today. So it's a celebration, and we're so excited to be here.
The event was a welcome opportunity for many families to rejoice after enduring some of the most difficult events of their lives during what is supposed to be one of the happiest times.
But I think most families will tell you having a baby in the NICU may be the most stressful event in their entire life. It stresses the marriage and the siblings, and every time the phone rings, they're terrified that it's going to be some bad news or some new development with them. So just being able to see them outside of that environment without all that stress and being happy and showing the progress that their kids have made. Something that we really look forward to.
I think it's really amazing to see, especially remembering how much some of these kids went through and how sick they are, and sometimes it was a question of life or death, and then to see them 6 months later smiling and happy and thriving is really, really therapeutic for us, and I think for them too.
The Treadway family knows what it feels like to be in a life and death situation all too well. At Kaiser, they gave birth to a then baby Henry, only 1 pound and 12.5 ounces.
When he was born, there were a lot of people in the room, and then somebody came over to me and said, we're sorry, he didn't make it, something like that. And then all of a sudden, everybody that was around me goes rushing over to the corner of the room, and I didn't know what was going on. I was still laying there. And apparently he, in the corner, had lifted up an arm and made some noise and lifted up an arm. And so they all ran over and he's alive, he's not, we were wrong, he's alive. And so then,
that began our 4 months in the NICU.
Yeah.
Chris, a father to a now healthy Henry, was featured in the unit's first brochure for kangaroo care, a process in which skin-to-skin contact helps provide physiological and psychological warmth for both newborn and parent.
Well, after having a baby in an incubator for such a long time and everything's so sterile, it's unnerving to actually hold your baby, especially when they're that little and fragile, but you really get a chance to relax with them. They get a chance to relax with you. They can hear your heartbeat.
That's the thing. They can hear your heartbeat.
Henry is now an undergraduate student at UC Berkeley and wants to study business. His mother, Diana, remains thankful for the care they received during their time in the unit.
We're so grateful.
Sometimes it's hard to even go back and think about it.
They could have just ignored that little arm and gasped, he's gone, and they didn't. So I'm really glad.
For Oakland North, this is Casey Capachi.